Hello students, I am Mr. Rohan Savule and today we are here to discuss the things related to the data structure. So without wasting much time, let's start with the basic terminology used in data structure. So here in this case we are going to discuss some definitions which are related to the data structure that we are going to use in the further study. So these are just definitions. So just go through this. So first is data. So what is meant by data? So data are values or set of values, as we normally use this term data. So what is data? Data is nothing but it is a set of values, right? Next one is data item. So data item refers to a single unit of value. So as we see, data is nothing but set of values, whereas data item, it is a single unit of values. Next one is group of items. So data items that are divided into sub items are called as group of items, whereas data items that cannot be divided into sub items are called as elementary items. So what is group of items? So group of items are nothing but, suppose we have one data item, and if we divide that data item in sub items, then it is called as group of items. And if we cannot divide data items in a sub items, then it is called as elementary items. So just see one simple example, so you will understand the concept of group of item and elementary item. So just consider one example, that we have one name, or you just consider employee name, or you can also consider your name. That name we can divide in subtype, that is name can be divided into first name, middle name and last name. Okay, so name is a group of items. So here, that is I have divided the name in three sub items, that is first name, middle name and last name. So the name or employee name is a group of item. But just consider another example, that is another example of social security number or ID number. We cannot divide our ID number or social security number in sub items. That social security number we can treat it as a single, right? So we cannot divide them. So we cannot divide them into sub items. So name we can treat it as a group of items, whereas social security number we can treat it as a elementary item. Okay, so this is about the group of item and elementary items. Next we have the definition of attribute and entity. So what is attribute or entity? So simple, entity is that which contains certain attributes or properties which may be assigned values. So it is a simple, entity is nothing but it is an attribute to which we can assign the values. Okay, and what is meant by data values? So values or data values, it is nothing but it is data value, it is a actual data or certain information contained in each attribute. Okay, so it is some information which is there in attribute. So we'll see simple example. So as we know that entity, what is entity? It contains attribute to which we assign the values. So here consider entity as a employee. So employee is an entity, and to this we have to assign values, it has some attributes. So employee, what attributes employee has? So employee has ID, employee has its name, employee has its age. So ID, then name and age, these are nothing but these are the attributes of the employee. And we know that ID, we have some ID, right? 1 2 3, this is ID. Name, suppose ABC or Rohan Savule, this is one name. Age, it has some age. So these are the values. 18, that 1 2 3 are the values that Rohan Savule or ABC is a value which we assign to the name. 18 is the age we assign to the name. So here in this case, employee is an entity and the attributes of the employee are ID, name and age, and to this ID we assign the value as 1, to this name we assign the value as ABC, and to this age we assign the value as 18. Okay, so from this I think the things are clear. So what is entity, what is attribute and what is value. So this is about the attribute, entity and data values. Okay, and we have seen one simple example over here. So next we will see a simple entity set. So what is entity set? So here entity set is nothing but it is the entities of similar attributes. Okay, so entities of similar attributes forms an entity set. Okay, just for an example, all employees in an organization is nothing but entity set. Okay, here the employees are having similar attributes. So here employee is a entity and that entity has similar attribute, that is ID, name, age, department. So these are the attributes which are related to the employee entity. So entities with the similar attribute form an entity set. So all employees in an organization is an example for entity set. Next, field. Okay, so field is a single elementary unit of information representing an attribute of entity. So simple field is a single elementary unit of information representing the attribute of entity. And whereas the record, it is a simple collection of related data items. What is record? Record, it is nothing but it is a collection of related data items. So remember the word related. So record is a collection of related data items. So while suppose I want to save the record of student, so while storing the record of student, I am going to store the record only related to the student. Okay, it may be name of that student or age of student, then sex of that student, maybe female, male or girl, boy, then from which class he belongs to or he or she belongs to. So these types of attributes I am storing which are related to the student only. Okay, so if I am going to store the record of employee, then employee related data I am going to store in that record. So record, it is a collection of related, okay, only related data items, right? So here I have shown the example of student record. Okay, it contains the field such as name, age, sex, class, etc. Right? Again, this record, whatever we are having, that record may also classified according to the length. Okay, a file can have fixed length record or variable length record. Okay, in that record has two types, variable length and fixed length. In case of fixed length record, all record contain the same data item with the same amount of space. Okay, so in case of fixed length, whatever records we are going to store are of fixed length. But in case of variable length record, file records may contain different length. Okay, as a name itself implies, fixed length, whatever record we are going to store are of fixed length, and in case of variable length, whatever file record we are going to store may contain different length, right? Okay, just consider simple example that student record usually have variable length since different students take different number of courses. Okay, usually the variable length record have minimum and maximum length, right? So just that we have one example, that student, that student may take different courses, so accordingly the length of that record should vary. So for student we use the variable length record because the length of that course may vary according to the student, right? So next one is file. Its next definition is file. So file is a collection of record of the entities in given entity set. So simple, file is a collection of records, right? Normally also we use the file to keep the records. So file is a collection of record, right? So these are some definitions related to the data structure, right? So first we have seen data items, then group of items, and so on. Okay, so next let's see the basic definition of the data structure. So what is data structure? Okay, so data structure may be organized in different ways. We can organize our data in different manners. Okay, so basically data structure is nothing but it is a logical or mathematical model of a particular organization of data. So simple, this is one of the model. It may be logical or mathematical model to store the data, or it is an organization of data. So simple, it is a logical or mathematical model of particular organization of data is nothing but data structure. So we have different types of data structure, but which data structure we have to choose? Okay, again to choose, again the choice of data model or data structure, it depends on the two characteristics. Which are they? So first characteristic is that first, it must be rich enough in structure to mirror the actual relationship of data in real life. Whatever data structure we are going to store the data, so we have to choose such a way, we have to choose the data structure in such a way that it gives an actual relationship of data in the real world. Okay, so accordingly we have to choose the data structure. And second thing is that, so on the other hand, the structure should be simple enough so that one can effectively process the data when it is necessary. It means that whatever data structure we are going to use, it should be user friendly. Okay, user can easily access the data whenever it is necessary. So these things we have to consider while choosing the data structure, or while storing the data. We have to consider these two things, that is that whatever data structure we are going to use, it must be rich enough in structure to mirror the actual relationships of data in real world. And on the second thing is that it should be simple enough so that one can effectively process the data when it is necessary. So these two things we have to keep in our mind, right? So these two things we have to consider. So here in this case we have different data structures which are used to store the data. Basically data structure is divided into two types. First one is primitive data structure and second one is non-primitive data structure. In case of primitive data structure, we are having integer, real, character and boolean types, right? On the other hand, in case of non-primitive data structure, what we are having again two types. First one is linear data structure and second one is non-linear data structure. In linear data structure, we are having array, linked list, stack and queue. So this array, linked list, stack and queue belongs to the linear data structure, whereas tree and graph, these belongs to the non-linear data structure. So this is a basic structure or basic types of the data structure. So in this data structure we are going to discuss the concepts related to the non-primitive data structure, that is linked list, stack, queue, then graph, then trees. So these are some things which are going to study in this data structure chapter. Okay, so I think you have understood the concepts which are related to the data structure. So basically some definition. So in this lecture we have seen some definitions related to data structure. So what is meant by data, Okay, data is a set of values. Then what is mean by data items? Then what is group of item? Then what is elementary of item? So simple, elementary of item we can divide data items in a sub items. Then they are called as group item, and elementary items are items that we cannot divide into sub items. So we have seen the example of employee name as a group of item and social security number as a elementary item. Then attribute, entity and data values we have seen with the help of example, that is entity. We have seen the attribute, entity and data values. Here entity is nothing but employee and its attributes are ID, age, and the values to these attributes are 1. Then name of the employee is ABC and age is 18. So 1, ABC and 18 are the values of the attribute ID, name and age respectively, where entity is employee. Right? So this is about the attribute, entity and data values. Then we have seen the entity set. Then we have seen the field. Then we have seen the concept of record, where it is a collection of record, and the record is divided into basically 2 types, that is fixed length record and variable length record. So in case of fixed length record, we all the record contain the same length are stored in the fixed length record, whereas in a variable length record the file record may contain different length. Okay, next one we have seen the concept of file. It is a simple collection of record of the entities in given entity set. So simple file is a collection of record. Next we have seen the concept of data structure. So basically data structure, it is a logical or mathematical model of a particular organization of data called as data structure. So it is a simple mathematical or logical model of particular organization of data. So here in this case, the choice of data model depends on 2 characteristics. So while selecting data structure for storing the data, we have to consider the 2 characteristics, or it depends on 2 characteristics. So the first is, it must be rich enough in structure to mirror the actual relationship of data in real world. So first characteristic is that it should give the actual relationship of data in real world, right? Then the second thing is that it should be simple enough that so that one can effectively process the data when it is necessary. So it's 2 characteristics. First one is it gives the actual relationship of data, and second thing is it should be simple enough so one can effectively process data when it is necessary. So these things we have to consider while choosing the data structure to store the data. And these are some types of the data structure. So basically data structure is divided into 2 types, primitive and non-primitive. In primitive we have integer, real, character and boolean, where in case of non-primitive we are having 2 types again, linear data structure and non-linear. Linear contain array, linked list, stack and queue, and non-linear data structure contain tree and graph. Right? So in the next lecture we are going to discuss linked list, that is linear and non-linear data structure. Okay, so I think you understood the concepts, that is basic terminology and the definition of structure. Okay, so in the next lecture we will discuss the things related to the array, linked list, stack, queue, tree and graph. Okay, thank you.